Hey everyone, Lindsay here. Today I am on my way to GeekFest West, which is going to be in Everett, Washington. This is my first time doing this show. If I understand correctly, I think this is only the second time this show has happened at all. So it's a new show, new event. It should be good. I hope so. I'm a little nervous about this one. I got to be honest. There are a couple things about this one that are a little uncertain to me. One thing, and I know this may sound like a minor thing, but honestly, it's one of the things that stresses me out most whenever I do an event like this, and that's parking. Um, I I hate parking. I hate especially parking at large events. It's so stressful, and honestly, with a lot of these shows, there are break-ins to vehicles with the vendors. We're a little more susceptible to that. There's always a ton of traffic, especially around the larger events. And so I'm usually nervous about that anyway. And this show doesn't seem to be that well organized as far as parking goes. When I registered yesterday, I went in yesterday beforehand to get all set up. And when I was registering, I asked them, what's the setup for parking for vendors? And the lady that I spoke to literally said, just do the best you can. So, okay, it's going to be in an arena, which that's going to be interesting. My first time doing an event inside an arena. Luckily, I'm not actually on the floor because I walked through the floor level tables yesterday and they are just stacked like cordwood down there. So I'm actually up on the second level, looking down on that, and I am right across from the concessions. So we'll see. We'll see if that ends up being a good location or not. I've been told by some of the organizers that it's a prime location. We will, as I said, we will find out by the end of the show. This is technically a gaming expo, which tends to work well for me as an author because my books have a lot of crossover appeal for gamers, but it also means that there aren't going to be a ton of other authors there for me to compete with. So that's an advantage that I have. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a place closer to be able to stay for this show, so that means that I am going to be driving up and back. If there was zero traffic, it would be an hour and a half drive, but because I have to go through both the Lewis McChord uh, military base and I have to go through Seattle, the traffic is going to be horrendous every day, I'm sure. Knowing that I was going to have to do some extra travel, I was going to be burning some extra energy and all, I needed kind of a pick me up. So, a couple days ago, I grilled up some salmon, some tilapia, uh, just made myself some nice fish fillets, and I'm going to be eating off of those for my lunches, my packed lunches. So no tuna fish, no cans of tuna fish for me this time. We're going upscale this time. I figure, you know what, I'm worth it. I got the time. I've got I had the fish available, so why not? Why not eat well if I'm going to have to be working hard? So anyway, we're just making our drive now. Luckily, Washington is always a beautiful green drive, so I get to enjoy that. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. If I get there in enough time, maybe I'll give you guys a little tour of my table, and I'll definitely try to get some footage to show you my layout and where I'm at, because it's kind of crazy. You can see the whole arena from back behind me where I'm selling. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, so here I am at GeekFest West. I forgot my selfie stick, so you're just getting my shaky cam with my full arm extension, but that's okay. You might wonder, why am I standing up here with a view of the arena behind me? Well, it's because if I take a little step here, you will see I'm actually in front of my table. Okay, so yeah, that's actually the view right behind me, is the whole arena there. It's actually kind of cool. to be able to see everything back there. Got a nice view of everything down below. And then if you just turn, here's me, ready to go. Since we got a few extra minutes, I thought I would take some time, give you guys a little tour of the table. Of course, we start off with the Beast Hunter over here on the left, and then the rest of the series from there. Usually people can tell that it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for the books in the series, but oftentimes I have to tell them. Got my little package deal over here to try to encourage people to buy more than one. And of course, we've got Dragon Within, one of my favorites, and then Lost in Our Two Moons. We've got our postcards and pins all based on the stories. And then, of course, we got that handsome guy. I swear, every single conference I go to, people make the same jokes. They're like, "Oh, is that you?" Or, "Ah, I thought somebody was standing next to you." It's really hilarious after about the third day and about the 10th time of hearing that joke in a single day. But still, I can't complain. Well, I can, but there's not much point to it. Anyway, that's the setup. That's me. I feel pretty good about it. Wish me luck. Okay, well, since I just have a few minutes before the show starts, I figured I'd try out some of my salmon that I grilled up for myself. Let's see if I can get a good bite here. There we go. Yep, that's definitely better than tuna. It's going to be a good day. Okay, guys, here we are. This is Sunday, day 3 of the show. Third and final day. Just back here, going to start getting my table cleared off and ready for the day. Good. Looks like all of the books are still here, which is always a good thing. I'll just get things set up here, and then I'll give you guys a count, let you know how things are going. Okay, so there's the table all cleared off and pretty and ready to go for the day. Gotta say, something I'm super excited about is that we had some really good sales towards the end of yesterday, which means that what you see on the table is what I have left. So yeah, you can see, let me show you back here. I usually have these stacks of reloads back here that I usually keep, for the rest of the Keltmore series. Usually keep them about 4 or 5 books high. Beast Hunter, because I tend to sell more of the first one in the series, I tend to keep that about 8 or 9 high. You can see how many of those are left on the reloads. Dragon Within has done really, really well. I'm really surprised. Reloads are all gone, and I've already had to start dipping into the stack there. So that'll be good. We may sell out of that title. We may also sell out of Beast Hunter today. And one more thing I want to show off that I'm kind of proud of. The postcards. I only have 2 of the Griffin ones left, which is kind of exciting. It's always nice to sell out of postcards too, to kind of show off the work of the fantastic artists that feature my work. So anyway, yeah, this is day 3. I will check in one more time at the end of the day just to give you guys a little taste of how much is left on the table, hopefully very little, and then I'll update you on the drive home. But yeah, see you guys after the show. Well, folks, we've got just about 15 minutes left to GeekFest 2025, but I wanted to show you this is what's left on the table. We sold out of the Beast Hunter. Those are gone. Only had a handful of Into the North and the rest of the series left. Still had a fair number of Lost Earth Moons left to go, but that's pretty typical. The first to sell out was actually Dragon Within, which is a little interesting. Everything else we managed to keep on the table. We have one Griffin postcard left. But I have to say, this has been a fantastic showing. Okay, guys, I am now done at GeekFest 2025. I'm on the road, and I am exhausted. I am so burnt out. I usually am. After a show like that, I tend to spend the entire show up on my feet, engaged with people, talking with people. I always tell my students that books are one of those products that they just don't sell themselves. Food will often sell itself. Other like knickknacks and stuff will often sell themselves. Books won't. You've got to be willing to pitch and sell and smile. I actually had one more person come up and buy one more of the 3-book Kelton Moore packages. I created some three book packages since there weren't any more Beast Hunters left, and so I ended up with even fewer books than I did when I was shooting that video. This was a great show for me. I know that there were vendors who had a more difficult time. I know that this is still a fairly new show, so there were some growing pains associated with that. So it just makes me that much more grateful and humble that I was able to sell as many books as I did. I'm very happy about that. And yeah, this is a show that I would be willing to do again. So yeah, I'll just say until I see you guys again, see you later. Okay, take care.